What's up, Capricorn? Welcome to my channel, The Intuitive Teacup. So happy to have all my Cappy friends here with me today. Hope this video finds you well. We are here to do your November monthly tarot spread. So, as always, guys, keep in mind these are going to be general messages. That means that not everything I say will resonate with all the Capricorns out there. So please only take away messages that you feel are for your best and highest good, Capricorn. You will know intuitively what those are. If something doesn't seem to fit your circumstance or scenario, you can release it. You don't need to take on those messages or that energy. But as always, I invite you to come into this with an open heart and an open mind, because frequently messages will resonate for you later down the line, a few days, a few weeks after hearing this video, even a few months. So if something chimes in later on and you're like, hey, that's familiar, that means it was your message. That's fantastic. And if not, again, you can push it aside and drop it like it's hot. Everything you want to know about this video will be in that description box below. That includes the decks I'm using here today, as well as my social media channels. I'm the Intuitive Teacup on Facebook and Instagram. Give me a like, share, subscribe where you can. I certainly would appreciate that. But other than that, we're going to hop in for my Capricorn friends. Roughly for the month of November. Energy is free-flowing. There really is no fixed start or stop date, but for the purposes of video organization, we're going to do roughly the month of November. For Capricorn. What do my Capricorns need to know? We got a bunch there. I guess we'll take them. All right, cool. Let's hop in. I feel like I'm missing something. What else was I supposed to say to you? Oh, happy Scorpio season. Happy early Sagittarius season, depending on when you view this. All right, let's hop in. You're ready, Capricorn. So your energy is presenting as Page of Cups. Aw, that's cute. So pages are frequently representative of children or symbolic of children. It's the idea of something very youthful and innocent, not brand new, but relatively new. It's like the rookie of the team. They're still learning, they're still understanding. And because it's the Page of Cups, they're still learning or understanding about how they feel, about their emotions, right? There's this fish coming out of the glass, and this guy doesn't really know what to do with it. Is he in awe? Is he scared of it? He's not really sure, right? He's still, in metaphor, discovering what it means to feel this way. Potentially in some sort of romantic relationship. It doesn't have to be. Let's go ahead and clarify it. The Six of Cups. Oh, one of my favorite cards in tarot. So the Six of Cups is all about nostalgia, the past, looking back fondly on like sentimental memories, you know, your childhood home, the place you grew up, your best friend, the dog you had when you were a child, something that brings up warm, fuzzy memories. Now, some of those things I just listed are not going to bring you all warm, fuzzy memories, right? Not everybody grows up in a home that they you know, are sentimental about, etc., etc. But in this case, though, I am getting kind of like these double mushy energies. Both these cards are cards that are very like, oh, like that is the like vocalization of these cards, especially with these little otters. Do you guys see that? Super cute. So that's a card of Scorpio. It could also be Cancer and Pisces. Let's see here. So your energy, extending some sort of offer potentially to a water sign. It could be someone in your past. Like if it's a water sign that, again, you like grew up with, it could be someone maybe you've had distance from. Like maybe you went to high school together, you went to college together, and you were always friends, and then maybe you decide to ask them out for coffee, and like even then it's not even necessarily clear that it's a date, but it's something about this. It's like the idea of the fish you're questioning, like, could this be something? Because I sort of feel something when I look at this person or when I hang out with them. It's very sweet. It's very sweet and innocent. And I don't know how to phrase it without it sounding complicated, because it is. You're learning about the past. You're learning or understanding about the emotions that come up when you surround yourself with people or situations from your past. In the present, right? But people that I mean, I suppose it could be people you've known in past lives, but that's really not what I'm getting at. Again, someone from your childhood, someone from your college years, someone from your, I don't know, someone you raised children with. You get what I'm saying? There's something like revived or something new. And it's something about it, it's very pure and innocent. So for a lot of you, this wouldn't be an ex that you have a terrible amount of baggage with, like there was a lot of emotional heartbreak and a lot of damage done. It's not so much that, it's more like someone who was like in the friend zone for 10 years and all of a sudden you're like, I kind of feel a certain way about them. That's the vibe I'm getting here, okay? Let's throw a clarifier on it. Capricorn, this is adorable. I love this message for you. Let's see. And I'm not specifically reading for love. Frequently in these monthlies, love or career will come up at some point. So we'll see what else we can get. Because I know Capricorns are interested in finances as well. So hopefully we'll get a message for that. We'll see. I can only take what the cards give me. And what else do we need to know about this Page of Cups? Or actually, no. Let's clarify the Six of Cups. I'm more interested in that. What is this person or thing from the past that is bringing up new emotion? I do just keep hearing friend zone, friend zone. I don't know what that is, but let's see. The gentleman. I love that. I love that. That's pretty cute. So yeah, I mean, that says to me potentially a romantic partner, like a suitor of some kind, whether you're male or female, right? Somebody else had this card too. I don't remember who it was, but it was a double entendre. The gentle man had to do with approaching the situation very gently. The way the Page of Cups is still like handling it very carefully because he doesn't know how he feels about it. It's like the expression, you don't want to rock the boat. It's like you don't want to spill the cup. You don't want to mess up the love. You don't want to spill the water, the love from the cup. It's like very gingerly, very gently, still understanding how you feel about it. There's something very pensive about this too. It's like you hang out and then, oh, have a good night. And then you end up walking on the beach for hours, just like overanalyzing it, replaying the details in your head. Like, is that what they meant when they, like, did she try to hold my hand or this or that? Like, it's very cute. It's very like, sticky sweet, for lack of a better term. All right, anyway, moving on, Capricorn. So that's your energy coming into the month. So interesting, very interesting. It could be someone younger than you. Although actually, to be honest, I think it's the opposite. And again, not for everybody, but I actually feel like the person you're pursuing might be... Actually, you know what? I'm getting both, so I'm not even gonna follow through with that. So the challenge or focus for the month of November is the Rest card. Interesting. So this instantly says to me, there's been like sleepless nights because you're not letting your mind rest. There's something that, it's not necessarily bad. Again, if it has to do with this, it's like you're tossing and turning at night, like thinking about this person or this opportunity, right? This could be an opportunity like career-wise that comes, that maybe you missed out on the past, or, you know, you submitted a job application, you got the interview, but they didn't go with you. It could be something like that popping up again, and you're thinking about it. But it's not something that, at least for now, I'm understanding, is giving you anxiety. It's not stress in that capacity. It's you're inquisitive. Again, you keep kind of going through the details, like going through the lists, or like the subtleties, the implications of what that really meant. The underlying energy is the Six of Pentacles. Yeah, it does have to do with you're tossing this out and what that person or the situation is tossing back at you. Six of Pentacles is the card of reciprocity. Yeah, and it's something about cuddling or being cozy. I don't know why that's coming up here, but it is. Like nuzzling, or yeah, like I don't know, even spooning. I don't know. This is such a funny read, and not my typical read for Capricorn. I feel like I'm blushing just reading this. Just the visual imagery of it is very funny. You might be dreaming of this person. You might be thinking what it would be like to hold their hand or to cuddle with them, or it's something about the relationship meeting in the middle, it being very balanced. I think some of my Capricorns are worried to put in the work or extend the effort, not so much from a selfish place. It's not that, but I think you're worried or uncertain if the emotion is there for the other party. And again, if it's not romantic, it's like, I want to invest all my time and energy into this job that I love, but I also feel like this job may not serve me into the future. They don't see the potential in me that I see the potential in them. Or do you understand what I'm saying? The card of reciprocity, something about the balance, the give and take, it's giving you a bit of pause, and I am getting it's not causing you to rest. It's keeping you up at night. It's keeping your mind kind of doing these mental gymnastics, overworking itself. So quite simply, I mean, if that's your challenge or focus, this is saying, like, give it a rest, like, relax. I almost said think about it, but also don't overthink, if you understand what I'm saying. Let's see the help available to you before I dig too much deeper into that. Interesting. Okay, the help available to you is the World. Now, this is a Capricorn card, one of my favorite cards in tarot. I think it's just beautiful, and it's a really significant card, right? It's the last card of the major arcana that we think of the Fool's Journey. It's the very last one. So this major cycle that you've been working through, this is the completion of it. This is the closure, right? Harmony, balance, the circle, right? The circle of life, Simba, right? All the fixed zodiac signs are shown here. So you have Scorpio, Aquarius, Taurus, and Leo, if that means anything to you. But I always see this woman in the middle as like some sort of like artistic, like a dancer or a painter or a creative, an empath, an intuitive, even something like that, where they are the focus of the attention. They, like, everyone is surrounding them, and like their contributions are being seen. They're put in the spotlight. Frequently I see it as like an actress, like on the stage, the spotlight is on them. But it's not just for the sake of attention. It's because you've accomplished something great. And what you've accomplished is you've been through some major change and upheaval. And you've progressed almost in like the school of life. That's kind of an unusual way of putting it. But yeah, you're wrapping up major cycles, the world, right? And I can also take that to mean it's like you hold the world in your hands. After having gone through something, you've realized the potential or the opportunity that exists not only around you, but inside of you, right? Major discoveries of self. And it does have to do with the idea of being very vulnerable and being very truthful to yourself. She's just about naked, right? She's incredibly vulnerable. You know, that's her standing right there. That's who she is, and she's proud of it, right? She's not hiding. She's not like sulking in the corner. She's not timid or afraid. This is like presenting your truth and your beauty to the world, right? Can sometimes also be a card of travel. And then the Nine of Wands. Okay, so this is sometimes the wounded warrior, the wounded soldier, always standing at attention, at guard, worried that you need to always be defending yourself, or thinking that people are like coming up the backside of you to to take the one up on you. It's kind of standing at attention, worried about like the next attack. This to me is saying let your guard down. There is tremendous freedom for you, Capricorn. Again, with putting your mind at ease and also putting your energy at ease. I'm trying to speak in a more eloquent way what this is trying to say. I'm just sort of getting like, relax, calm down, because it's something about opening up your heart space. It's going to allow more opportunities or more avenues that you can go down, maybe with multiple people. And blocking your blessings, missed opportunities because you were too guarded or too, I will say, no offense, Capricorn, but too set in your ways. I could also see that with this, this soldier standing at attention, or whatever this animal is, right? It's like, you shall not pass. I'm not going to let you through. Also the idea of like, I'm just the imagery of something slipping through your hands. It's almost like these poles. Something about you're not letting something through, you're just blocking your blessings. That's the underlying energy. So if you were to release something, or this could indicate maybe trust issues of the past that you've conquered. Learning important lessons from maybe mistakes, or not mistakes, I don't want to phrase it like that, but opportunities that you let pass you by, and then later realize that they were actually meant for you. There's something about tremendous freedom in the lessons you've learned, about the actions you took that I think you regretted later on. Now, again, this isn't like an attack on you, Capricorn. This is the help available to you. So it's almost like the recognition of the battles you fought, and not only the victory and the accomplishments, right? But also kind of like the tough lessons where maybe you had to eat your words a little bit, or eat humble pie, that expression. Understanding that you've gotten to be where you are today, Capricorn, by going through some really difficult lessons, right? The 9 of Wands eventually becomes the 10 of Wands, which are burdens that we're carrying around with us that really no longer serve their purpose, right? At one point they did, you know, the energy, the action, the inspiration, the motivations, all that is like wand energy. But when you get to the 9, you're so close to the, again, completions of cycles. The 10 is like you can drop it and release it. You don't need it anymore. The weight has been lifted, and there's freedom that allows you to like progress forward. Almost just like you take off and fly. It's you're no longer being chained down or held down. Like the lead weight that you've been dragging that's been inhibiting your progression forward. Something about releasing that or letting it go opens up doors of opportunity for you. Let's throw another clarifier on it. Some of you may have stayed with a person past the expiration date. You may have stayed in a relationship for 9 months, for 9 years, or even maybe you had children with this person. And there was something about and Capricorns can be very, very loyal. That's one of your best qualities, Capricorn. But you were almost loyal to a person who maybe wasn't reciprocating. And so you were blocking your blessings of meeting new people in the world. That's actually sort of what I'm getting here. And so that would make sense too, that maybe you're going back to a person from your past that you had feelings for, but you could never look at them in like a romantic or sexual way because you were otherwise preoccupied. I just heard chained to the fence. That's kind of dark, but I think what that's saying is you felt obligated to stand your post. You felt obligated to stand by this person through good times and bad. But something about it, I'm just getting, it became a burden. It wasn't actually helping you. And so by letting your guard down or releasing it or allowing new people into your world, your energy, your realm, there's something about freedom and victory there. Again, your world opens up. The world sees you as someone new. And it's a major sense of accomplishment for you. Again, a major, major cycle and lessons that you've learned over the years, right? With the World card. What is... Give me one more on this World. Actually, no. I'm going to ask about the 9 of Wands. What else do we need to know about this 9 of Wands? And if it's not a person you stayed with, again, it could be a job, right? Take what resonates. And maybe that is also why your challenge or focus is reciprocity, is because maybe you've invested in people or situations in the past that didn't give back to you. And so you're really taking a moment to think about who you want to move forward with in the future, be it in business or love or whatever it is. Even family, right? Maybe you've had some trouble with family members. Okay, so you had 3 major arcana come up. You had Death, the Magician, and Temperance, and the Knight of Wands. Yeah, so Death being card of Scorpio, closing out old cycles and manifesting new beginnings that are healthier. It's a really beautiful dynamic. They're healthier, but they're also there's also a sense of fun. This looks exhausting to me. I'm not sure how much fun you were having here. Again, with this person at this job. Something about closing out this cycle allows you to release, right, with the Death card, releasing the burdens, releasing the baggage, the people, the situations that don't serve us, and moving on to something more beautiful, right? The cocoon that emerges to the butterfly. That's sort of what this looks like to me. You emerge as the butterfly now, and it's like a game changer. It's like time to start your new chapter, right? And with the Magician, it's Virgo and Gemini energy. It's all about that manifestation, right? You have all the tools on your table, and it's creating the new world, the new future, writing the new chapter that's more in alignment with your heart space. You have 2 cards of Sagittarius, the Knight of Wands and Temperance. This could also be Aries or Leo, right? It's fire energy. Moving forward with energy, with passion, with love, with creativity, right? And something about it, it's good for your soul. I see this as you kind of like releasing the toxins out of your body that don't serve you. Some of you may be doing some sort of like, well, not just, I mean, exercise in general, right? When you sweat, you're releasing things out of your body, like toxins, right? But like hot yoga, that type of thing, like getting it out of your system. This could also represent giving up unhealthy addictions, alcoholism, drug use, something like that. Or codependency, right? And I mean, you are the Devil card in tarot, which it hasn't been presented here yet, but that's sort of what I'm getting here, interestingly enough. So again, great. That's the help available to you, just coming to the realization you can let this go. You don't need to stand guard for this person. Something about you don't need to be loyal to people or situations that are not loyal to you, Capricorn. That's huge. There's freedom in the realization that you have way more self-worth than that. You love yourself, right? In the Temperance card, it's Archangel Michael passing the cup back and forth. The love flows through you first, right? That's primary. That's number one. Like the love has to start with you. And that's what the Magician talks about too with all the aces. The Ace of Wands, the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Swords, the Ace of Pentacles, right? It's the one, it's solo, and it starts with you. The manifestation starts with inside of you and goes external. All right, so what is your advice or guidance, Capricorn? The Ace of Pentacles. Well, there's the ace we were talking about. And it's your elemental, right? It's earth energy. It's a new beginning. Often it's like the hand of God or the hand of universe handing you a new opportunity that you yourself, potentially solo, won. It's gonna like you're gonna take it and run with it. You're gonna grab it and you're gonna take the seed and you're gonna plant it and you're gonna nurture it and you're gonna make sure it needs everything it needs to grow, right? It's a new beginning, right? So that makes sense. You're closing out a cycle with major cycle with death and the world, right? And then there's like a rebirth potentially in your career or a relationship, right? Nurturing the seed, nurturing a relationship. Again, something very delicate. And as I was saying, like gingerly with this, something very like sticky, sweet and innocent and pure. It's like you don't want to taint the seed. You want this to stand the test of time. You want it to grow. There's that Devil card. I knew that was going to come out. I was sensing it. All right, so then you have the Devil, you have the Sun, and the King of Pentacles. All right. Yeah, this is you breaking free from whatever was keeping you stuck. Yeah, honestly, these messages are sort of reiterating what was already said. Here it's shown as like this almost bear trap or this rabbit trap. Sorry, it's a little bit gruesome, but I just want to show you because it's so important. This is sort of what you were being loyal to. Something that potentially was injuring you. Hopefully that's not literal, guys. That's pretty dark. So I'm glad that you liberated yourself from that if it was. This could be liberating, or somebody who ended up in jail or prison. That's not going to be for most of you, but for one or two of you, that might resonate. You were, again, being loyal to someone who it's like they weren't even there. They were in prison, or this person broke up with you and you weren't dating because you were hoping they were going to come back to you. It's being loyal to something or someone that wasn't doing that to you. It's like you were trapped. It was like, it's a trap. Look, run. It's going to get you. Like, this is the Devil card, right? It's like, run the opposite direction because this is not for your best or highest good. It just isn't. Something about predator and prey. It's a little grim. So yeah, for some of you, this could have been a very severe relationship. Even in the workplace, a job that was like too physically demanding or abusive in some way. You could have had a boss that was like verbally abusive, a relationship that was physically abusive, God forbid, right? But yeah, there's something about liberating yourself. And then you have this, which is so great. It's like freedom. It reminds me of this. right? I mean, look at those cards, even the way the arms are spread out. It's like you're embracing the new, you're embracing the sun, you're embracing the light. And again, it's like the main focus, the center of attention. You have accomplished something great in this life, in this chapter that you're closing out. This is almost like reflecting on the lessons. So interestingly enough, with this card, it was like where your head was still filled with chaos, that mental rest you so needed and wanted. There was something about the reciprocity, the balance, the back and forth that wasn't giving you that. By detaching yourself from this situation, that's going to give you peace and clarity and illumination, right? It's the Sun card. It's a card of Leo. Rebirth, joyfulness. The Sun is really always a good card to get in tarot. But for a lot of you, severing ties with whatever this was for you is going to be a challenge. And you're at the end of it. Like you're on the cusp of being able to say goodbye and finally release yourself from this. But I know this is important or significant. It's not just oh, I did it, no big deal, because it's coming up as completions of cycles, things that don't happen overnight, things that could potentially take months or years, right? For you to go through the lessons and understand and kind of like achieve that higher vibration. Graduation of like the school of life. You've accomplished something major by recognizing and what isn't healthy for you, and then maybe setting healthy boundaries. That's what this could be as well. So then you have the Sun and then the King of Pentacles. So the King of money, the King of career, the King of family. It's frequently the card of fatherhood, whether you're male or female, right? There's something very sturdy and steady and solid, right? Even the animal, the way it's depicted. Again, the potential for this new seed, this new beginning to grow. You want it to go from the Ace to like the palace, the kingdom of the King of Pentacles. There's huge potential, and I think you're willing to work on this and put in like the time and the energy and the love. That's sort of what I'm getting with this. You have like a newfound freedom and also like respect for yourself and for your dreams or your goals or your wishes. If in the past somebody told you that what you want in life wasn't not so much achievable, but didn't hold any meaning, it was just kind of whatever, you may have at one point taken that to heart. But again, there's some sort of realization here that, oh no, like what I want does matter, and let me show you, like, because it's going to be pretty freaking great. That's sort of what I'm getting with this. Really great cards. The Sun, the Ace of Pentacles, and the underlying energy is the King. This is something you're going to invest in and nurture for a very long time. Again, mother, father, whatever energy, it's like you're going to nurture this seed into something great. And maybe this represents building a family. I mean, it's possible. I was getting so much like relationship vibes with this. And then that kind of tapered off a little bit. So, I mean, maybe this represents, again, starting anew with that person that's always been in your friend circle or the friend zone. And maybe you build a family with them. Maybe you build a business with them, right? King of Pentacles. There's freedom and peace of mind that comes with following your true path, with aligning with your heart, right? And your intuition. All right, Capricorn, that's what I got for you. Very interesting read. Let me know in the comments below what resonates for you. Please do like, share, subscribe, and I will see you guys very soon for more tarot readings. Bye.